It has been a long time coming, but I believe the time has finally arrived. I must answer the question I consistently consider internally. How then should we live? As a person who was raised in the church, reborn at countless altars, shamed regularly, and bullied into guilt, I believe that I need to answer this question for me and the millions of us who are now confused and disheartened that they have my similar background. This question is relevant because the first time I pondered it, it was answered for me by my parents, pastors, friends, family, etc. Be a beautiful woman, serve your husband and family without expectations, and give back to your community without reserve. Don't have sex, don't drink or smoke, nor defile your body with a tattoo. Live holy and fight your fleshly desire to entangle yourself in the things of the world. And I did it, all of it. And the ramifications of abiding by the laws and doctrines that defined how we should be living put me in a loveless marriage, fostered shallow friendships, and left me feeling absolutely alone and numb when I was surrounded by swarms of people constantly. When I realized that my struggles weren't that I was discontent, but more along the lines of confused and lost, I did what I was told never to do. I followed my heart, and I let my God given talents and gifts make room for me and provide for my family. Then suddenly things began to make sense. My head was clear. I saw people as human beings, not mindless others. I learned to respect differences and acknowledge that sometimes what I grew up believing was wrong and flawed. Growing up, I was led to believe that anyone outside my church or belief system was living life wrong. But then I got my first job. I was exposed to a different lifestyle and views. These people were kind and warm and strange and distant, but they weren't the devils and heathens I was raised to understand them to be. So the question further pressed on my heart: how then should we live? One day as a teenage girl, I was driving with my grandmother and staring out the window, and the confusion and chaos of my heart bubbled up, and I blurted, "Grams, how do you know God exists? How do we know God exists?" Her response was simple: to know God is to experience God. And I can tell you for a fact, this is the entire heart of the matter and the anchor of my faith. I have met Hindus, Buddhists, Muslims, and many other people from varying religious backgrounds, and I can guarantee that they serve the same God I do. The fruit they bear, the heart they share, the pain we understand and face daily. They may call the Lord different names, honor Him with various practices and beliefs, but my heart meets theirs, and we understand each other. And so, my response to the question of how then should we live comes from the most humble, broken, and wounded parts of me. I found the answer during my lowest points in life, my loneliest moments, on the saddest and toughest paths I have been forced to take. How then should we live? We should live with reverence for all human beings. We should respect them and help each other live with dignity and hope. We should be selfless and seek to serve each other in all ways, at all times. We should live knowing that in the end, it won't matter how much money we have, how many followers we have on social media, or how big our house is, nor if we what kind of car we drive. What matters is the legacy of love we leave, the lives we've made better, the hugs we gave, the hope we provided. What matters is how disciplined we are in showing kindness to each other. I recall a quote: the world becomes a better place when old men plant trees, knowing they will never enjoy the shade. We should live in a way that consistently plants trees so that the shade they provide lasts a lifetime.